A new Quinnipiac poll out for the state of Texas, raising some eyebrows this afternoon on social media. But should it really worry Trump supporters here in Texas? Hey everyone, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Our friends over at the Dallas Morning News with all the particulars about this new Texas poll. It shows Senator John Cornyn, by the way, with an anemic 37% job approval rating 5 months before Election Day when he's trying to win a fourth 6-year term. Listen, 37% for John Cornyn is not great, but also not a lot of people know who John Cornyn is in Texas. And we'll get to that a little bit later on. Trump edges Biden 44 to 43% in the new Quinnipiac University poll, with voters giving Trump a strong endorsement when asked who would handle the economy better, 54 to 40, but a small edge to Biden on who would handle the coronavirus pandemic better. Quote, too tight to tell in Texas as the country confronts chaos and COVID-19. Perhaps one of the most important states of all is a toss-up, according to the Quinnipiac polling analyst Tim Malloy. Texas hasn't sided with a Democrat in a presidential race since 1976. Trump's support in Texas seems to have a hard ceiling, with 48% of voters saying they definitely won't vote for him in the fall, 35% saying they definitely will, and 14% holding out as a possibility. Trump beat Hillary Clinton by 9 percentage points in Texas in 2016. Republicans effectively have no chance to win the White House without carrying the state of Texas. The new poll tracks findings from an earlier poll of Dallas Morning News, Texas. UT Tyler poll, which showed Biden and Trump locked in at 43% each. So the question here is, for Trump, is it time to worry about Texas? I still think Trump's going to win Texas, and I think Trump's going to win Texas by close to around what he got in 2016. I don't think Trump's going to lose in the state of Texas, but I think that this poll should concern Republicans. It should concern Republican voters, and it should show that Texas could be a toss-up state in 2020. But remember, this is a poll of registered voters, not likely voters. This is a poll of registered voters. Those tend to skew to the left. Quinnipiac polls, pretty famously, tend to skew to the left. So that's why I don't put too much stock into this poll at this time. Texas voters are evenly split on Cornyn's approval rating. Texas voters say 37% approve of the job he's doing, 36% disapprove. It's far lower than other top Republicans in Texas, also a worse ratio. Governor Greg Abbott, for instance, got 56-32. Senator Ted Cruz at 45-42, though he was at far more generous 49-40 last September. Trump underwater with a 45% approval rating, 50% disapproval rating. The two Democrats vying to face Cornyn in the fall, former Air Force combat pilot M.J. Hager and State Senator Royce West of Dallas, are in a July 14th primary runoff, and neither have anything close to Cornyn's financial resources, and nobody really knows who they are either. At this point, 2 years ago, Quinnipiac showed Cruz with a solid 50 to 39 point lead over Beto O'Rourke. The El Paso Democrat nearly toppled Cruz 5 months later, holding him to a 3-point margin of victory, though Wednesday's poll did not test Cornyn head-to-head against any of his potential challengers. And I think that's important. I think it's important also because of this. The Cruz campaign infamously got started way too late, almost way too late. They did not take Beto O'Rourke seriously at the very beginning. Beto O'Rourke had won over the media. He won over Democrats. He won over some independents who just did not like Ted Cruz. He was able to really generate some magic in his Texas Senate run. There's no doubt about that. Is MJ Hager going to be able to do that? Will Royce West be able to do that? I have my doubts against Senator John Cornyn, but let's be honest here. For Senator John Cornyn, he's got to shore up the Republican base. And so does Donald Trump. They've got to get Republican voters out there to vote for them. They've got to fire up conservative voters to get out there and vote for them, or it could spell doom come election time. So John Cornyn has some work to do. The Republicans have some work to do here in Texas. I still think Texas is a red state. I'm not ready to say that Texas is a toss-up state just yet. I still think that Trump wins. I still think that Cornyn wins, but Republicans need to have some urgency, and Republican voters need to have some urgency coming up this November. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. We'll talk to you tomorrow.